Welcome to the Tomb of Illumination, another video regarding the divine event, the meaning to life, and this had something to do with Robert Duvall. Did he pronounce it? Duvall, that Egyptologist, or so-called Egyptologist, historian, whatever you want to call him. About Luxor temple. So I just made a few notes and went online there. Then got onto this Robert Duvall's theory about a perfect alignment between the belt of Orion and something to do with the 3 pyramids, which takes them back to 10,450 BC. Now, if you want to truly understand all this, you'll have to get on my Patreon and pay for the video that's on saints. More than one video. You get about 4. It's the base to everything. It'll cost you a little bit, but it's worth it. You need it to understand all of this esoteric knowledge. I'm about to reveal all the secrets, what the Egyptians have left us, the meaning of Osiris and all that. All religions, they all point to the same thing. It's all about the one divine event, and it regards an alignment. So he's warm in this theory, but they don't really have an idea, really, unless they've been through it. You'll never know. You need a witness, a messenger to tell you, to explain it all. This is what I do. So there is an alignment, so he's warm there. But what's the alignment? Well, I explained it all in this videos I've got. If you want to follow me, most of that higher information is on my Patreon. So something to do with the 3 pyramids. Okay, International Conference on Ancient Study. I need to go there and explain it, the whole system to them. I know the whole system. All they have to do is ask me, and I can. Zep Tepi. What does Zep Tepi sound like? September. All these monuments, it's all about the one divine event. It all comes together. All comes back to one point. 0 point. Okay? Zep Tepi. September. September represents 7. It's all about the 7 chakras. Raising your kundalini. Getting to the 7th. What forms the 7th is the moon. The full moon that's in your conception sign. That's your sign. That's your moon sign. You want to wait for that to come around, which is probably connected to the term of the return of Christ, because it's about the returning of Christ through your system. An event in connection to the sun, because the sun is a Christ, but Christ is within man also. The light of man is within us. Our Christ, ascension, the Christos. Zep Temple, September, occurs in September. September is connected with the 7th. The main Jesus story is connected with the southern hemisphere, which is the new, what do they call it? The kingdom. You've got the old kingdom, centre north, and behind here, centre north. Became 2, split up, became 2. We had the 2 hemispheres, the mirrored images. So you got the old kingdom. There's the north, comes from the north. You got the middle kingdom, which is actually where all the event happens, all the magic, which is represented by the tropical gap that these people know nothing about. And the new kingdom is the southern hemisphere. Okay, remember the Roman story, the 2 brothers? It goes off, and one goes off into the south. It's about the splitting of the singularity becoming dual. The age of Osiris rule. What's this age of Osiris rule? The age of Osiris rule is when man opens his 3rd eye and comes into the light. All the information the Egyptians have left us. I describe it, I can explain it all. It is not about the vernal equinox. I think Duvall states this. Or it's dawn. Okay, because it comes prior to that. I've talked about that. It's the 6th of September. That's the whole half cycle of the moon before full moon. So the event happens, the event happens at the full moon, which is the 6th of September, the 7th day being of rest. So the 6th and the 7th could be the same day, because night and day were the first day. So the way that the story describes it is on the 6th day of creation, man's awakening, his enlightenment, which runs parallel with the one-off story of the earth story, so you can connect it back to the way earth was formed, because we are of the earth. It's the same scenario. 6th day of creation being the night, 3 a.m. in the morning, but that when daylight strikes, that's the following day, but it's of the same day, rested on the 7th. Well, when it gets up, they're calling that the 7th day. So the night before was the 6th day. And I can connect this all to the solar eclipse in the 2017 model, because that all happened exactly how the Jesus story is described in the Bible. The 6th day of creation, 6th day of September, was the full moon. And what was Pisces in the Jesus story? The fishes, the connection, there. The full moon was in Pisces. If you want to understand all the stuff, get on my Patreon. Or stay in Dodo land and just listen to everybody else who don't have a clue. So it's not the vernal equinox, it's before that. As the sun crosses in its analemma, the 6th day of September, Zep Tepi, El-lumination. I meant to look into that star, the largest star of the Orion's belt. He's onto it there. It's the Orion's belt. It's all connected with Orion's belt, okay? I've done lots of videos on that. Jupiter, temple of valley. Jupiter symbolizes the Father. He is the King of the Kings. Okay? There's the Jesus story. He's the King of the Kings. There's all these enlightened stories. Enlightenment, you can become king through these divine events via the solar eclipse. But Jesus' story is the King of the Kings. He is the ultimate. Jupiter, what have we got here? These scholars refer to the new moon. It is written, not in so many words, it is written, the new moon means nothing, basically. Okay, you have to realize it's all about the full moon. It is all about the full moon. Give forth the beginning of Zep Tepi. Give forth the beginning of Zep Tepi. Well, what's up here? The same thing. The Zep Tepi, first time or golden era. Well, first time, that's man's coming into the enlightenment. That's the firstborn, that's creation. We're all born to this physical, we're dumbed down. You haven't woken up to reality. You're as dumb as, can be. Especially all these people who think they live on a spinning ball called a globe. That's as dumb as you can go. When you know the earth is flat, you've actually woken something up. You're above them. Okay? Doesn't matter how intelligent they seem through the overall system that we've all come to understand as education. No, they're as dumb as it can be. It means nothing. What seems intelligent to those guys, or for us, means nothing at the end of the day. We have to seek out the truth, and it's all connected to creation. It's about waking up the third eye. And those people who think they live on a spinning globe, absolutely, and stand by it, absolutely, are as dumb as can be. They're the dumbest form of human. Okay? Just bear that in mind. So, Zep Tepi, give forth the beginning of Zep Tepi. September, the 6th day of creation, the first week of September. It's about the southern hemisphere spring. Okay? There is one on the other side on the way up the sun analemma. March, April, but the most divine one is Zep Tepi, September. There are 2 temples at the feet of the Sphinx. representing Jupiter and Mercury. These are just notes I took that I was going to look into. But it's all about Jupiter and Mercury because Mercury is involved with the solar eclipse in this divine event. Osiris, when he ruled over that land of Egypt, you have to understand what they mean there, and they don't. You don't. No one does. Till you watch my video. I call the Floodgates video. You know, Osiris. It's all about the eye, isn't it? Eye of Ra. It's an eyeball. Rubbed out half the... That's the flat earth design in there. Understanding that. It's all about physics, isn't it? The mention of zenith. Now, I'll find that site. I'll put that on. I'll put that into the video. You can go to his site, and they mention zenith. Well, it's all about the zenith. Your alignment, the divine alignment with Orion's belt, is about the zenith. Your zenith. Your zenith represents angel. Okay? Because you've got to understand man's arc of horizon is 180 degrees. He always stands 90 degrees to zenith. So any angle out there on that arc is an angle. But straight up, your zenith is no angle. It's an angel. It comes down to you. That's your alignment in the Great Awakening. Temple of Sphinx. Beside the pyramid was the Temple of Osiris. Temple of the Sphinx. Beside the pyramid was the Temple of Osiris. You start to understand this stuff after you see my video. In the age of Lion, which is Leo, preceding, they even got this, preceding the perfect alignment. Okay, well, I've done a video on the preceding. It precedes you by 4 hours, this divine alignment. And Duvall suggested, as Duvall suggested. So there you have it. There's just a bit of a plug for my Patreon site. If you really want to be searching for the truth, you'll only find it on this site. No other site has a witness. They just talk, and if you like talk, just go there, stay there, hang out there, whatever. But for those who really seek the truth, come over to my Patreon, and you can ask me questions through Patreon, and I will answer them. Okay? Thanks for watching.